my mom every single fucking 3 days into taking her druid in there and healing my warrior while we fucking two-man the dungeon bosses or raid bosses in ZG in Wrath of the Lich King. And I did that long enough that I got both of the mounts. And, you know, that's, you know, just good old fucking times. And anyway, so that was something that I do remember very fondly. So it's not like I don't like ZG. If you want me to be honest, I think that I'm more excited for ZG than any other raid. I'm really excited for ZG. ZG is the raid that I did the most in Classic WoW, whenever it was vanilla. And, like, I killed Hakar and everything like that. But I never even killed Ragnaros in, like, in Classic WoW. Like, I did, like, a little bit of raids. I did, like, AQ a little bit, like AQ 20, etc. But I never really got a chance to join, like, a serious raiding guild back then. Because, you know, like, my parents were divorced, and I had to go over to my dad's house on a lot of the days where people would normally raid. And, you know, the daytime raiding guilds, you know, would interfere with school. So I never really had the opportunity to really raid a whole lot. But ZG is one of those raids that I do have a lot of nostalgic memories of. And I'm really looking forward to going back in there and doing it again. 5 Priest Takar World first. I don't know about that, man. Are you excited for Blood Plague 2.0? I don't think that's going to happen. Weren't you like 12? Nah, I was 16. I had just turned 16 whenever I started playing Classic WoW. Or Vanilla WoW. And it was in like July and 2006. And I didn't really, I played like the last 7 months of vanilla, right? Last 8 or 7 months of vanilla. I got to 60. I joined like a bit of a raiding guild. There was like a 20-man raiding guild. And I did like a little bit of PvP. I got up to like rank, I think 7, whichever Knight Lieutenant was. And yeah, I got to rank 7. I think it's 7 or 8. I don't remember which one. Either way, I got up to that rank, and then they brought out the BC pre-patch. It's basically it. Just like you unlock a warrior. Yeah. 1990 is not boomer, you retards. Trust me, no, 1990, that's a boomer. Like, if you are... And, like, here's the thing, is boomers, it's not about... Like, everybody knows, like, yeah, boomers, it's like the baby boomers, the people born after World War II. Whenever you say boomer on the internet, you're not talking about people that need help figuring out how to use the flashlight on their smartphone. You're talking about people that... don't like Fortnite. You're talking about people that they don't even know who any of the rappers who look like rainbows are called. They don't know, like, who's 6x9, who was X-Tennis-Shan, or whatever the fuck the guy whose name is who got shot. Like, they don't know who these people are. And the most important thing about a boomer that you have to remember is that they also don't care. They don't give a shit. They don't want to know. It doesn't matter to them. You know? And that's it. Basically, anyone born after 2K14, well, there can be a 15-year-old boomer. Like, it's possible. But of course, I mean, you know, usually you've got to be, I'd say you've got to be at least like 23. Yeah, you've got to be 23. Because it's like, before you're 21, I don't think you can really be a boomer. Okay? It has to be somewhere around there. Okay? Boomer is a state of mind. It is. It's a state of mind, exactly. And some of my copulations, I'm a boomer. Well, then there you go, dude. There you fucking go. You just need to kill out. I don't know about that. Oh, they're just normal people? Yeah, basically normal people. I don't know. I mean, the thing is, like, in some ways, like, I feel like almost I'm a zoomer with some things, right? Like, I don't hate Fortnite, example. You know, for example. Like, there's plenty of things I don't necessarily just dislike because it's popular. But other things that I do. And so are you a boomer? Yeah, I am. I think that I am mostly a boomer. I sit around and I listen to classic rock. I play classic WoW. I sit around and I drink soda, and I play video games all day. I feel like, and I have bad reaction time, and I generally suck at video games. But yeah, I'm basically a boomer. I mean, that's, yeah. I mean, yeah. Like, that 100%, man. Like, if I'm not, then who is? I feel like I'm almost like the definition of it, you know what I mean? And, yeah. Kind of true? Well, yeah, I mean, like, I've never been, like... The thing is, I used to be really good at video games. And I don't even know what happened. I think, honestly, you know what I think happened? No, I was. Back in the day. Way back in the day. And what happened was... I just started thinking about a lot more shit. Because whenever I was like 17, I didn't need to think about a fucking mortgage. I didn't need to think about the fact that the heater in my house right now, for whatever fucking reason, turns on half the time, and the other half of the time, it doesn't turn on. I'm wearing a sweater right now. Guess which time it is? You know, so that, it's like, I gotta think about that. I gotta think about, oh man, I've gotta get my car inspected. I've gotta deal with, balding. Let's see, what else? Oh, I have to make sure that I'm able to, you know, meet an engagement with, you know, my friends who also have, you know, very demanding real-life jobs that doesn't allow them to play video games all day anymore. So we actually have to set aside time now, each week or, you know, a couple of weeks to hang out. You know, oh, well, you know, I don't even know who all the characters in Smash Brothers are anymore. You know, it's sad. And so I have to sit there and think about all this bullshit that's like, you know, like, I don't want to think about this shit. What the fuck, you know? Like, I just want to play games, man. Like, that's what it is. Wow, life is rough, dude. It's not rough. I mean, sometimes it is, but, like, it's annoying. That's all it is. We're the same age. Please stop saying, what do you call it? We're boomers. It's incredibly depressing. Listen, I feel like I'm 16 until I talk to or I interact with a 16-year-old. And then I realize I'm almost 30. You know, then I'm like, you know, I'm not really 29. You know, I'm not really 29. And, wait, what happened to F's? We good? We good? We good, right? We good, boys? We good, boys. We good, boys. Okay, so, you guys missed my joke. What was it? What was it again? Oh, right. It's like, you know, I feel like I'm 16. I feel like I'm 16 and, you know, I feel the exact same. I think the exact same, etc. I feel like a 16-year-old. And then I interact with or I talk to an actual 16-year-old. Then I'm like, no, actually, I'm 29. Yep, almost 30. Nope. not 16 anymore. Nope. I'm actually 30. You know, that's basically the way that I look at it, man. And it's kind of it's kind of a weird feeling to feel, but that's basically the way it is for me, man. But that's pretty much what happens. And so I sit there and I talk to these people, and you know, like, their problems, and you know, like, what's kind of weird now is that you have like these kids and everything, and they're really invested in like social media in a way that, like, whenever I was a kid and I was younger, at least, it wasn't really there. But like now, like, social media is like just such an integral part of their lives. Like, they talk about like getting likes on their pictures and stuff, and like, if you talked about that like back in 2008 or something like that, it was like cringe as fuck. And like now it's just like, it's normal that people just act like these completely transparent pieces of shit, like right in front of their friends and family, and it's just accepted. It's like, oh, let me fucking Photoshop off this blemish on my face, and it's so accepted to just be just completely fake now. It's crazy, man. It really is. I don't know even what to say about it, man. Fuck social media. Explain what twinks are and why people make them. Twinks are... So, in the gay community... No, I'm just kidding. Basically, what it is, it's like people that play characters that are low level. So, like, if you want to play, like, a 19 twink, you, like, basically queue in that bracket. And, you queue in that bracket, so you make a level 19 character. See, here's what happens. Here's why people make twinks. Here's why people make twinks. Is that they're level 60. And they're playing a hunter. Because they have no situational awareness, and they're just not good at the game. They queue in no battleground, and they get soloed by a rogue. Which, you know, they read online is a class that they're supposed to be able to beat. And this happens to them for about 3 weeks. And then they think to themselves, this is bullshit. I hate my life. I'm going to have to buy advantages on a low-level character and then queue into battlegrounds against people that are new to the game with best-in-slot gear with level 60 enchants, so I can beat those people and just completely demolish them and feel better about myself. All through pretty much, like, as far as I know, it's basically a, you know, omniscient perspective of one storyline. And the difference with that is basically... the elves and the men are not really at war, at least in Lord of the Rings. Now, in like the extended universe of the Silmarillion, of course, and like the Hobbit, and like people saw like the War of the Five Armies. Of course, there have been